As the year 2024 comes to a close, it's time to take a step back and marvel at the incredible journey we've experienced together. This year has been nothing short of extraordinary, filled with lush greenery, vibrant blooms, and countless moments of growth, both for our plants and ourselves. From the first seedlings of spring to the flourishing gardens of summer, and finally, the cozy warmth of autumn, let's revisit the highlights of a year that brought so much joy and learning to our plant-loving community. The year began with the anticipation of new life. In January, as the days were still short and the temperatures chilly, many of us were busy planning our gardens. Seed catalogs became our favorite bedtime reading, and visions of colorful blossoms and healthy produce filled our minds. Winter sowing emerged as a favorite topic, with countless experiments in milk jugs and cold frames. Those frosty days were not without their charm. The sight of seedlings braving the cold was a reminder of nature's resilience. Spring arrived in a burst of energy, and with it came the promise of renewal. March and April saw the return of our favorite rituals, starting seeds indoors, amending soil, and planting out our first crops. This year, heirloom tomatoes, rare perennials, and exotic herbs took center stage in many gardens. Social media feeds were flooded with time-lapse videos of seeds sprouting and leaves unfurling. The excitement was palpable, and the community buzzed with enthusiasm as we shared tips, triumphs, and occasional mishaps. By May, gardens across the globe were bursting into life. The first blooms of the season brought splashes of color to our outdoor spaces. Tulips, daffodils, and cherry blossoms painted a picture of sheer beauty. It was also a time for experimentation. Many of us tried our hand at vertical gardening, creating living walls that transformed patios and balconies into verdant oases. Others embraced the no-dig gardening method, discovering how it nurtured soil health while reducing labor. The sense of discovery and innovation was a defining feature of the year. Summer arrived with its long days and warm sunshine, offering the perfect conditions for growth. June and July were months of abundance. Vegetable gardens overflowed with zucchinis, cucumbers, and peppers. Pollinators danced from flower to flower, ensuring a bountiful harvest. This was also the season of collaboration. Garden tours, both virtual and in person, connected us with fellow enthusiasts. We exchanged ideas, admired each other's creativity, and found inspiration in every corner of the gardening world. August brought its own unique charm. The dog days of summer required diligence in watering and pest control, but the rewards were plentiful. Sunflowers stood tall and proud, their golden faces tracking the sun's journey across the sky. Dahlias showcased their intricate beauty, each petal a masterpiece. Late-season crops like pumpkins and squash hinted at the autumn ahead. It was a time to savor the fruits of our labor and to prepare for the next phase of the gardening calendar. As September rolled around, a shift was in the air. The first hints of autumn arrived, bringing cooler temperatures and a new palette of colors. Ornamental grasses swayed gracefully in the breeze, and trees began their transformation into fiery hues of red, orange, and gold. It was a season of reflection, a time to appreciate the fullness of the year. Fall planting took center stage, with garlic, tulip bulbs, and cover crops finding their way into the soil. These preparations ensured that our gardens would awaken with vigor when spring returned. October and November were months of gratitude. Harvest festivals and garden parties celebrated the season's bounty. Community gardens hosted events to share produce with those in need, spreading kindness and fostering connections. Indoors, houseplants became the stars of the show. From towering fiddle leaf figs to delicate string of pearls, our indoor jungles provided solace and joy. Propagation projects abounded, with cuttings taking root in water and soil, promising new plants for the future. December brought a sense of closure and introspection. As frost blanketed the ground, we turned our attention to planning for the year ahead. Journals filled with notes on successes and lessons learned became invaluable tools. We embraced the concept of winter gardening, exploring hardy greens and cold frames to keep the spirit of growth alive. The holiday season added a touch of magic, with wreaths, garlands, and poinsettias adorning our homes. Throughout 2024, the gardening community flourished like never before. Social media platforms became vibrant hubs for sharing knowledge and experiences. Live streams, Q&A sessions, and collaborative projects brought us closer, despite physical distances. The sense of camaraderie and support was a constant source of motivation. This year also saw a deeper connection to sustainability. Many of us adopted eco-friendly practices, such as composting, rainwater harvesting, and reducing chemical inputs. Wildlife-friendly gardens gained popularity, providing habitats for birds, bees, and butterflies. The realization that our individual efforts contribute to a larger environmental impact was empowering and inspiring. Looking back, 2024 was a year of growth in every sense of the word. Our gardens thrived, our knowledge expanded, and our community grew stronger. It was a year filled with beauty, challenges, and countless moments of joy. As we bid farewell to this incredible year, let's carry forward the lessons we've learned and the friendships we've formed. Here's to an even greener and more rewarding 2025.